Welling searches the boat until...
Sean?
I'm sorry, just his reaction is so boring. It really should have gone like this.
Oh my God!
So Welling returns to the deck and stutters out what happened, just as Elizabeth reels in some dead hussies. She freaks out and tries to use the radio.
Mayday! Mayday!
Did the film just make a Friday the 13th noise?
After hearing some odd noises, Elizabeth investigates and finds a nearly frozen Spooner. Back on the island, we find the distraught mother of one of the dead girls.
Jennifer! Let me go, Jennifer!
I told you not to party too hard, but you didn't listen!
Back with Welling, an official tells him that Spooner's a suspect in these murders, as Spooner tells what happened.
I hid from it. Hid from what? It killed him. The fog killed him. I hid in the freezer. It couldn't get in the freezer.
I ate 3 boxes of ice cream sandwiches. I got a headache. It was terrible.
So Welling finds the video camera on board and gives it to Elizabeth. Why not give it to the police? I don't know. She watches it, and before you can say derp-a-dur, she falls into the random pit of water. Elizabeth thrashes around for a while and gets caught in some seaweed, and then later a net. But it's about as convincing as the octopus from Ed Wood. And because horror movie law insists that shit must follow shit, Elizabeth tries to get out, but the ever-so-strong wall breaks on her, allowing her to find a book. Back with Stevie the DJ, she plays her ever-so-angst rock as things go crazy.
Wow, how the hell did she get a copy of the new Mariah Carey CD?
So Stevie's mirror catches on fire as Elizabeth searches out Father Rum.
Father Malone?
Elizabeth.
Would you care for a Jaeger bomb?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, it's all right.
What happened?
I don't know.
What do the words mean?
The words translate to, Steve was here.
Father Beerfarts tells Elizabeth to get off the island as we catch up with Spooner.
Found this on the seagrass. They figure it's a knife that killed Sean.
But that's my knife.
Whoa, folks. Looks like Spooner's in some hot water. How's he going to get out of this one? And who's going to take Elizabeth to the prom? Tune in next time on The Fog.
Elizabeth checks out the dead bodies from before as the cousin gets up and heads towards her. Somehow she doesn't see nor hear him as she scares her and falls to the ground.
Because the fog won't just kill you. You'll become a shitty zombie as well.
Welling takes Elizabeth to the bar to try and calm her nerves, but she isn't having any of that as we dive into a flashback. Here we see the original town founders.
And break! And now for one of the more stupid death scenes.
The old man from before travels the beach and stumbles upon a nicely set table and chandelier. Interesting. But he isn't interested in that, as he finds a rope in the sand, and for no apparent reason, he has to find out what's on the end of it.
Dang, damn it! I'll win this tug of war if it's the last thing I do!
The old man drowns as Stevie's son crosses the beach. He watches the old man get carried out to sea, when... The little boy manages to make it back home as the fog engulfs the entire town. Stan the weatherman talks with Stevie until...
All the lights just went out. Everything's dead.
Almost everything.
Dan lights a lantern and goes searching once we hear banging on the door. He walks into the spooky set and goes from Dan the weatherman to Dan the frying man. So the ever-so-magical fog cuts the telephone lines as people wonder what's going on. Stevie, on the other hand, uses her radio station to try and get help.
The phone lines are down. Please check on my son. There is something in the fog. Please. I cannot reach him.
Prepubescent boy home alone? I'm on it.
Welling grabs Elizabeth, and they head out as she reads from her book. It tells of a ship that traveled here full of people with leprosy. We cut out of the story, and...
Whoa, sorry, Elizabeth. I was partying with Father Malone, and when he offers you a beer bong, you don't say no.
Back with Stevie's aunt, she innocently does the dishes when...
Does this happen to you with your dish soap? Then you need Dawn.
Stevie tries to make it back home, only for the fog to stop her car, and then hit her with a semi. Her car then falls off a cliff, and after some lame effects, she escapes. Her kid, on the other hand, notices some charred auntie and runs upstairs.
Okay, first off, why does that kid need a badass tape shot?
Groovy.
Secondly, is he a retard or something? Like, that's the worst tape job ever. Even Mark Wahlberg would attest.
What? No!
So somehow the tape doesn't stop the fog, as Welling rescues the kid. They leave, but not before...
Okay.
They start driving as Spooner meets up with Father Whiskey. And now here comes one of my favorite parts. Welling and crew are driving through the fog, and he's like...
It's too thick. I can't see through this.
So what does he do? He speeds up. Duh!
Elizabeth once again envisions some history, as we see the town founders double-cross the boat full of lepers. Welling and crew finally meet up with Stevie and head to the town hall, as our history lesson shows the founders burning down the boat with the lepers inside.
The scene reminds me of one thing, and one thing only. Here we go.
I'm a fire starter, twisted fire starter. You're the fire starter, twisted fire starter.
So back with our crew, all the secrets spill out as the mother of Elizabeth gets owned. Pastor Rum gets stabbed, and the mayor, I think, gets thrown outside.
And now here comes the largest ghost circle jerk of all time.
Nah, just kidding. They kill him, in the lamest way possible. With fire!
Quick! Stop, drop, and roll!
The mayor dies and Welling goes away as Elizabeth, for some reason, kisses the main ghost and becomes a ghost herself. Or something.
Elizabeth!
Damn it! I leave for 1 second and my girlfriend becomes a ghost. Fuck, what a bad weekend.
So the fog goes away, and the next day everything returns to normality. The film then ends on a Shining-esque photo of Elizabeth with her grandpa. I mean husband.
So, that was The Fog. And boy was it unnecessary.
Boring plot, boring deaths, and some terrible effects make for a lame experience. Again, I've never seen the original, but if I were John Carpenter, I'd probably get The Thing and Snake Plissken to go kick the ass of whoever made this.
Plus, who the hell would be afraid of ghost pirates?
Not afraid of ghost pirates, are we?
What the hell was that?
It is I, Reginald von Snackerberry III, along with me, Bob.
So you were the guys in the fog? Killing everybody? Except for the main characters, for some reason.
I would have got away with it if it wasn't for your pesky reviewers. Your snide remarks were so mean. Your comments hurt our feelings.
Well, sorry, but it's just what we do.
Yeah, but seriously, what the hell do you want?
We've come for Dill.
Me?
Why? Well, if you remember in the movie, I got back my dead wife Elizabeth. But she wasn't nearly as pretty as Jill. No. Jill was beautiful. Look up, I'll show you a picture. Isn't she beautiful?
Yeah, total knockout, but this has gone on long enough.
No! Von Snackerberry!
Happy Halloween, everyone!